but the running community, and it's like, stay active, and it's like Super said before, so far as doing, this run, what was it? The Run Super Distance Challenge that I ran in May. I got in total 279 miles in May, which was just like, whoa, dude, did I actually do that? I guess I did. My Strava says so.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like one of the things she said at the beginning of that and throughout it was run, jog, walk, basically run, jog, walk, crawl, whatever your thing is, do that, and see how many miles you can get for the month. And it's like, that's basically it. You don't have to be a runner. You don't have to jog. You can walk, just whatever your thing is, do that. And, it's like Gary Vee says, do your thing, Don't worry about anyone else. Just do your thing. And if, it's like to the people stuck at home because of this COVID thing, if you have a treadmill, get on that treadmill and burn it up, maybe just get on there and walk if that's your thing. One thing I've done, thinking back to when I lived up in Bonnie Lake, one thing I did there when it was the middle of winter and I was in the house all by myself, on certain days when I didn't feel like running in the snow, which I did, but on certain days when I didn't feel like getting out there and getting cold and wet, I would, we lived in a like 48 or 50 foot mobile home or what have you, and I would run from one end to the other, maneuvering around any walls that were in my way, and I would just run back and forth until I had a mile, and okay, there's my run.
That's awesome. Using your resources, getting creative. I think that's key. And having your community to help support you in your maintenance phase, of things. And so what I'm kind of really highlighting to folks is, yes, be creative, look for your community. There's communities online now. There's the running community here in Tacoma for folks who are listening to this who are local. We've got a lot of resources here to get you out of the house and to support you if you don't want to go outside and you want to keep moving within the home. And I mean, I would love to see a video, Shane, of you create like an obstacle course within your house and where you're like playing. I love the concept of being a kid and moving that way. I will fully admit that I, at this age, have still created little, with my cushions on the couch, like still created little like forts and like crawled through and all kinds of things with the ottoman. The dog loves it. I mean, it's just play, folks. Get out there and move and play and keep that as your maintenance if you're struggling to find community to support you. Yeah.
Oh, and one thing I must point out is that this Run Super Distance Challenge was done. I did it in May and September, and it was done. It was a virtual thing. You sign up. Oh, cool. You just signed up on the Facebook group, and then just did your run basically virtually anywhere, anytime you could throughout the month. And, you didn't have to go to a certain race where you were, with other people because of social distancing.
That's cool. I think that's cool that they've been doing that lately. A lot of people are doing these challenges and virtual things because it gives you community without having to, you can kind of you don't have to step out of your comfort zone to be surrounded by a bunch of people, because at this point we can't do it anyway. And so, yes, it's the social distance way of doing it. But I think it's a great way, as I keep using this concept of gateway, it's your way to get you in to be like, well, let's see if this community works for me. Try a challenge. I think that's a great concept of working into things.
Yeah. Yeah, that's worked great for me. And that's one thing that's helped keep me moving. I'm on this run streak. I'm not going to quit moving. And, but it's like that got me moving a lot more. May was during that time I was laid off from work at the restaurant due to, the restaurant being slow because of the COVID situation. But it's like, I had a lot more time during the day. So I was into this challenge, to get in as many miles as I could during the month. my goal was 300. Didn't hit that, but hey, 279 is still a record for me.
It's not bad.
But it's like, it just kept me moving, got me moving a lot more.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's like that's what I needed at that time, and to get me moving a lot more. So
it's funny how like those challenges like get our little like inner brain working to be like, oh, I got to do this. It's almost like when I had to take the Fitbit off because if I did not hit my 15,000 steps in a day, I would literally be walking around the house and it like crazy person. My husband's like, you got to stop this. But it's a good mind thing, to be like, okay, I gotta meet this challenge. I was driving him nuts, but my mind would be like, I got to get this challenge done. You challenged me. So I'm hoping that, other folks, if they're listening to this, can be, and they're looking for something to get themselves moving, start finding challenges online, and get part of a community. So you've got some folks you can share your pains and fun and, wins with. And that's your gateway to getting things going.
Yeah. At work at the restaurant I wash dishes at there, Trapper's Sushi, they my nickname, which was given to me when I first started at the original restaurant back in 2007, my nickname there is Hip Hop, and they call me Hip Hop in reference to the old Sugar Hill Gang tune, Hip Hop, you just don't stop, because I'm always moving, doing something, and it's it's just so applicable, just fits me so well. But at any rate, yeah, it's like this. It's actually getting to be that time. It's about the end of the show. So I just want to thank you very much for coming in and doing the show with me, just to share with the folks about, natural medicine. And I don't know, it's sort of it ended up being sort of an interview, a backwards interview. but it helped. I think it really helped, and I'm, hoping people have listened, because it helped. I think, as I see it, and you can stop me if I'm wrong, but as I see it, diet and exercise, for myself anyway, are the basis of my own natural medicine, my own immunity, and what have you. I have multiple sclerosis, which is an autoimmune disease that attacks my immune system. Mm-hmm. But, I counteract that and build up my immune system with the diet and exercise. And I don't know, that's how I feel about it. And, granted, I do need, from time to time rest, recovery, and the, what were you mentioning earlier? Acupressure.
Yes.
That would come in handy, because I do, I'm positive I could use that. But at any rate, for last minute words of wisdom, what are your last, your words of wisdom?
I've got a couple. Eat closest to nature. That's always going to be the best way. Stop searching for specific diets. Yes, Shane's got one diet there, but really stop causing brain damage for yourself. Eat closest to nature. That's going to go a long way. Move every day, but get it to be the point where it's fun for you. Find something that you love, and find a community of folks that can support you, because all of us right now are struggling with connection. We don't have the same outlets that we used to. And so I highly recommend finding folks that are like-minded, that like doing whatever it is for movement or into being healthy, that you can surround yourself with, because you truly are the sum of who you surround yourself with. So do those things, and you don't need all the fancy supplements. You don't need to be biohacking and do all that crazy stuff. Just get started with the basics, hammer that down, then you can move forward with some of the tricked out maintenance stuff.
Okay. And what's your, if anyone wants to get a hold of you, what's your contact info?
Sure. So if you guys are in Tacoma, my office is called Q Vitality Studio. I'm over Westgate and Pearl. And if you want to find me online, it's Dr. spelled out J Krause, KRAUSEND.com. That's my website. I've got a podcast, The Health Fix, and we've got a Facebook group that goes along with the podcast called Find Your Health Fix. So I support folks on all those different angles. I like to answer questions. I like to be helpful. So hit me up, and let's see how we can help you find your health fix.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Jannine. And thank you all for tuning in, or going to the website, what have you, and watching and or listening to my the podcast today, Positive Vibes, podcast, radio show, what have you. At any rate, yeah, I just like Dr. Jannine was saying, community is so important, and having that support in the community, and also just movement, and what basically community and nutrition, hydration, your diet, whatever you're putting into your head and into your body, that's what's what you put in is what you get out. And so if you want positive output, you must put positive input. Mm-hmm. And so that's about all I got to say on that. And I will also put in on my timeline, on my post, I will put contact info for Jannine. And with that, I guess we're out. So as always, stay kind, optimistic, and grateful, and have a phenomenal day and a phenomenal week. And I'll see you next Sunday. Ciao.
Bye.
Let's see here.